Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Here Be Games. I'm Steven. Um, yeah, so if you came here expecting to see me continuing the last game, let's just say that there was some critical error in our save game, and it just made it really hard to continue in any way. Um, I am going to turn off the music because I don't know if the music is copyrighted or whatever. And I don't want to get flagged or anything. Anyway, this is Cities Skylines, a game I bought this week and have played very little of, just enough to learn the absolute basics. But yeah, we're going to get started on our City of Dragon Hills. So this map is, if for those that care, this map is called Foggy Hills, and you can see there's a lot of hills in the area. Some over there, some over there. But to begin with, we are confined to build in this one square. And you can see there's like freeways that run by. This is a train yard. I think this river exits out into an ocean. But yeah, we're going to build a city. Yeah, we're going to build this city on rock and roll as per requested. Hi. Also, just hi everyone. Hi Leaf. I see Leaf here. Sean's here. Belle, Anna, Laura, Kate, Aaron. Hello, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. So the first thing I have to do is build a road. So all these are grayed out because I can't use them. So the first thing I have to do is build a road. This road costs $40 per cell. There is a road down here that costs 20 per cell, and that's the one I want to use first, but I can't use it yet until I build some road. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of engineering here at the very beginning so that I can have, if you'll notice, these roads aren't the same length, and that's going to mess with the way things went to attach. So I'm actually going to make an intersection here with the one road that I have. Then I will use the bulldoze tool, which is behind my picture. But there's not much that's behind my picture, honestly. Um, but I'll grab the bulldoze tool. The only thing you can't see is there's the bulldozer, there's some camera controls, and then there's a thing called the Move It mod. And that's all that you're missing so far. But you'll notice that since I bulldozed those two pieces, and you'll notice that this road kind of like, and they're one way, so you come through here and you go through there. This is technically a two-way street, but it's what I had to build with. We're going to fix this up in a second, but you'll see it gave me access to a two-lane one-way road and this two-lane gravel road. We're going to start building with the two-lane gravel road because it's cheaper. Also, hi Danny, I see you sneaking in. Anybody else I missed? I don't think so, but yeah, we're going to start naming stuff after people here in just a second. So I've made this road flat. I also get access to zoning now. Right now, so these are like highways, and you can even see it says, what does it say? Blake Highway and Leighton Phillips Highway. So there are no, these squares are what you're going to zone. So like if I click on this, it's because I have low density residential. People will try to build houses here, but that's not what we want to do. So I'm going to right click and take that away. It also gives me access to some electricity components like power lines, excuse me, wind turbines and coal power plants. And we'll get into the details of that more and more. And then water and sewage. We've got water pipes. I've got water pumping station, which will bring clean water in. I've got a water tower, which collects rainwater. I've got a water drain pipe, which just spits water out. I've got an inland water treatment plant, which just handles sewer inland, and then an eco inland water treatment plant. Now those, they all cost, and you know, large buildings, yeah, anyway. But we're going to do some more road building. So I'm going to bulldoze this piece that we just built, and I'm going to connect it with these tiny little gravel roads. Now, each of these roads is exactly 2 of these squares wide, and when you build a section, you have to build it at least 2 squares. So you can see how it snapped to that line. And it also tells me that I'm coming off at 90 degrees. I can pull it over to 45 degrees or whatever, you know. And I can build it very long. You can also make it curved by, like, I'm going to build it like that. But for now, I'm going to try to make it so that a single road comes out the middle here. So I'm going to grab my straight road and come from there and come to right there. And then I will once again bulldoze this piece, and that, now can I, this is not going to snap there. Okay, got to do a little engineering. So I'm going to just come over here 90 degrees off of this road, come up here until I'm equal with this circle here, and build a road, and then come over to here. Then I'm going to bulldoze these sections, but this at least gives me a little road piece to come 90 degrees off of. Alright, and now we will build that road, and then I will bulldoze this, and we now have a single road. Now, this is like a freeway interchange. We can't build up here yet, but people are still going to want to come in and out this way. And that's the only way in, so we have to connect to it or people can't even move here. That being said, this is where the freeway ends, and I'll probably, when I eventually buy this square up here, like, turn this into a more like residential style road. But for the time being, I can upgrade it to a 2-lane road, which is just 1 lane each way. But we have medium-sized roads like this one, a 4-lane road, which is actually the first thing I want to do is grab this 2-lane one-way. So people coming in are going to want to, this doesn't need to be a 2-lane road piece here, and neither does this, because they only need to go in or out. So what I'm going to do is grab my straight road, my 2-lane one-way, and click on the exclamation point, upgrade road. So this is just going to change it to that kind of road. And you can tell which way the one-ways are by the arrows. Very helpful. Now, since this is going to be our, like, main drag through this part of the city, I'm going to actually make it a 4-lane road. So I'm going to upgrade this piece, and then, so I know I built this 10 squares long. I'm going to build it another 30 squares. So that's going to be our sort of like starting road piece, okay? Then I'm going to make these gravel road side roads, and I'm going to make them 30 long. And it does snap, and you'll notice like how the zoning lines up back to back if you go 10 squares. Okay, I like that. Actually, I think I'm going to go another 10 squares on each of them, because I kind of have a vision for what I want to do first. Okay, then I will come halfway down, nope, right there, and I'm gonna make block ending roads. Okay, so we have a few blocks to play with. Now, roads that are just grids are boring, and this is going to get really boring if I do nothing but just build rectangles all day. So I'm going to want to inject a little bit of something interesting right from the get-go. And I think what I'm going to do, well, here's the thing too, like there's a big hill here, so I can just build a grid, but it's going to look really wonky and be really steep. And I kind of want to preserve some of that for some more interesting road builds that will follow the topography. So what I think I need to do then is slightly change my intentions. Okay. And I will say this too, like gravel roads don't have names, but as soon as I start upgrading, uh, these to paved roads, everybody's going to get a name. But we're gonna, it's gonna be a minute. One of the things I want to do though is break up this grid immediately. It's going to be real boring if it's just 10 by 20 rectangles all day long. Nobody wants that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over 15 squares. And you can tell, so there's each of these lines pops up for 10, and you can see it pop up when you hit 15. So if I do that, oh no, I want to have my curved road builder. So I'm going to do the same thing, but with curved road builder. All right. So there's 15, and then I'll pull it over here until I hit 15 again. And then I'll grab from here and I will come down, and you'll see that it actually wants to snap to where that other road is coming out, build it back, and then I'll grab my straight road builder and put a road here, and that's already infinitely more interesting than just a grid. You can see when we build the roads, it will occasionally make some grading changes. You can see a slight grade here and a slight grade here. We don't have terraforming tools yet, but we will. So this is where people are going to live, and I'm going to put some shopping over here because this game does take into account things like pollution, noise pollution, the aesthetics of a neighborhood matter. So all of that's going to be stuff we eventually pay attention to. But nobody wants to live next to a factory, but people need factories to work in. So I'm going to come out and just lay some factory blocks so that people can have jobs. So they're all right, so here's our basic road layout. This is it. This is where we're starting from. Use the roads to write our names. I don't think I have room for that, but it's an interesting challenge that I might try to take up some point in the future. Because traffic is a real thing, and people don't want to have too much trouble. Okay, so let's place some city services. We need electricity. Our choices are wind turbines. Cost $6,000 to place down. You can see at the bottom there we have 59,255 based on, we spent money to build these roads. Now, it costs 80 a week, creates 75 noise pollution, and it's 0 to 8 megawatts depending on the wind. And you can see the wind map. Like these darker colors over here, these are where you want to place your windmills. We could use windmills if we wanted. 0 to 8. This produces 40. So we would have to have 5 windmills, each with the best possible wind conditions to equal 1 power plant. That costs 30,000. Now this costs more per week, the coal power plant does, and it creates pollution. 560. Well, I don't know. Wind turbines are pretty cheap, but there's such an expense up front. I think for the time being. Oh man, I'm really tempted by these wind turbines. We can save a lot of money, and okay, so they have more noise pollution, but they have way less actual pollution. So I think we will try some wind turbines. And we're going to just place 1 for now. Where's our spot? Yeah, so this is the river. Can't place it on the river. There is a river front, but I kind of want to preserve the river front for some nicer stuff later. This big hill is also really interesting, but we've got to do something. So I think what we will do is we will put them on top of the hill here. And I think I'm just going to build 2 to start with. Then we also need water. So water, we can either pump it out of the river or we can have a water tower. So this provides 60,000 cubic meters a week. This provides 120,000. Their upkeep is the same. This is cheaper to place. Really? Well, that's no contest. We're going to make a water pumping station, and we will, I'm going to turn this off for just a second so I can look at the landscape. What's the least interesting part? See, I like this cliffy part down here. And if we do end up, yeah, okay, so I'm going to place our water pumping station basically as far this way as I can on our map square, right there. Okay, great. Now I've got to bring the water over to the city. Now, there is only one acceptable place to lay a water line in a city, and that is under the road. Okay? So I am going to lay these water lines. Oops, that was too far. I'm going to lay these water lines under the road. Where they belong. City services belong, not going under people's houses. I'm just saying. And what if can I just spur this out? No, that won't quite cover everything. But not under anybody's house. Good job. Okay, so our whole city has water coming in. Now we have to have water going out. So we can either use the water drain pipe, which just dumps water out into the river, which we would place as far downstream as possible. Which reminds me, there are these views, and we can look at the water view, and you can see which way the river is flowing. So we could just put a drain pipe down here. Seems like the not ideal thing to do. Drain pipe is more expensive than I would have thought. Costs the same. Okay, pollution 100, pollution 0, 240 kilowatts. So like they're basically the same thing. So we'll just have this inland water treatment plant, but we're going to place it over here in our industrial district that we made. And it's got to be along a road. So I think I'm going to place it at this corner right here. And we have to connect it in. Okay, so now we have water and sewer treatment. Now we have to make sure we bring our electricity down. So we'll grab our power line, we'll plop it in the corner here, and then we will run this all the way to the road. Is that 90 degrees? I mean, it's as close as I'm going to, that's it right there. I'll take it across the road, and then I'm going to take it down this side, just so that I can start zoning. All right, let's look at zoning. So here's my idea. People need places to live. That's residential. So if I have the fill tool in, I just click and it fills in the whole rectangle, and that's fine. I can also do the marquee where it's basically click and drag a box, which is what I want to do here. And you'll understand why I want to do that, because this major road will produce a lot of noise pollution and residents don't want that. So I'm going to go with low density commercial, and people will build storefronts here. And I'm going to marquee this as commercial, and then I will fill this, and we'll get to what this is for later, I have some specific uses. Okay, now we can actually unpause. So you down. All right, let's just take a look at the interface real quick before I do unpause, and let me take a drink before that. At the very bottom left, you see today's date. That's when you start. Our city is Dragon Hills. This is the demand for residential, commercial, and industrial, and they are coded green, blue, and yellow. I'm going to zone a little bit of commercial just in case. Now, why are those squares not... Huh. Well, that's really odd that, like, if there's one missing out of the middle of each of these, and I'm not sure why. But, you know, whatever. So this is going to be the start. Yeah, so here's our demand. These are all the different things that we can build. We unlock them as we go. Here's our budget, and like this is, yeah, weekly income, our population change, our happiness, and then as I said, like there's a move it mod that I have installed, and then the bulldozer is behind my picture. All right. You can also like paint it, but I'm not going to do that. I think we're ready to unpause, so we'll just unpause and like this is just a bunch of random messages. It annoys me, but you can already see people are immediately building houses. Now, I'm going to pause it again real quick and just show you the electricity. So you see, like, this is the electricity that's being generated. It's being carried down here. Oh, our water treatment plant and our water pump do not have electricity. So we need to correct that. So I'll build it to there. Then I'll pick one up from here and bring it across to there. And that's everything, right? Okay, good, good, good. Emergency averted. Nobody's fully moved in yet, so the fact that there is no water didn't hurt anybody yet. But yeah, I'm gonna look at our zoning real quick. Nothing else is coming in, but you can see our residential demand has actually dropped ever so slightly. People are moving in soon. We don't actually have any population yet, but we will. More houses being built. Why are people not moving in? There's all kinds of houses. Why is there no people? Oh, there we go. Okay, it just takes that long, I guess. Well, and we have it on what, middle setting? Yep, medium speed. But yeah, people are moving in, and now you'll also see some businesses are being built in our commercial districts. So I want to look at what we got here. What is this place? That looks like a cafe or something. And this is the exact same thing. Thanks, guys. Something's being built here. So yeah, our little town is growing. We're already up to 244 population. And things unlock as you reach milestones. So, yes, there it is, milestones. I'm going to pause the game while we look at this. So when we get it to 440 population, it'll unlock a few extra city services. It'll let me adjust my taxes and my loans. That's another thing. So these views, I'm going to look at electricity. You can see our availability is way up here. Our consumption is 3 megawatts and our production is 16. So I'm actually going to go into my economy tab and I'm going to lower the budget for electricity. I'm also going to check water. Our water consumption is fine, so I'm going to lower the budget for water as well. Because we're spending money to provide services that aren't even being used. And we'll try to save us a little money. And as you can see, like, our money is dropping. Okay, now there's more demand for industrial, but they haven't even filled in the industrial yet. So what is... Okay. they get the little things that pop up over them, and then sometimes they disappear, like all at once. What else? Okay, what got built here? Sally's. Sally's what? I don't know, just Sally's. Go Nuts Donuts. Ah, nice. I love it. You don't have electricity. Am I already needing to increase my electricity? Yep, my availability plummeted. Oh, I thought it would cut my production to 8 from 16. It did not. It cut it to 4. So, let's go back into our budget and jack up our electricity to 75%. And those electricity bubbles should disappear. There they go. Okay, we still have more industrial demand, so I'm just going to plop down those, and they'll immediately start building. Nice. Another thing we can do, I'm going to pause it, is probably just demolish this power line already, because you will see that the buildings themselves project electricity out. So, like a short area around each building. So I'm going to bulldoze this power line, and then I will zone this for industrial. Cool. And away we go. And all kinds of big warehousey looking places. What are you? Frank's Fish Stick Factory. Okay. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of demand for anything right now. A little bit for industrial, a little bit for residential, but like we still have zoning for all of that stuff. Yeah. Turn this off because I want to click this. All right, so we do have a paved road. This is Kent Street, but it's not going to remain Kent Street. This is going to become Ridiculous Road. Did I spell ridiculous right? I don't think I did. It's R-I-D-I-C, isn't it? I'm looking for Sean's name. Yes, this is now Ridiculous Road. Enter. There you can see it. The main drag through the middle of town is going to be Ridiculous Road in recognition for your status as Alpha Patron for Here Be Dragons. Cool. All right, so we're just waiting to grow, and I'm actually going to speed this up to top speed while we just let the city grow. People moving in. Still got room for industrial here, all down here. We still, oh, somebody's building a new commercial building down here. That's cool. And our demand for all of them is low, but is present. Yeah. We just want to get to 440 population. Okay, well, yeah. Once we get to 440 population, then we'll basically go to the next phase of building. We should future-proof and build a subway system. I don't have access to that yet. Okay, we reached 440 population. We can now adjust our taxes. We can take loans. We now have garbage service, healthcare service, and education services. I'm going to pause the game while we look at all these new things. So here is a landfill site, and I can already see I need to increase my budget again. So we need a dump. And what better place to build it than as far away from the you see that circle around it? That's the, like, people won't want to live there. I'm actually considering building a road out, and yeah, I think I will. I'm actually going to build some more road out this way. I don't want to get into the trees though. See, this is part of the charm of this game to me. Let's look at our budget real quick. So I'm just going to crank this back up to 100% because our electric usage is at 9, and at full this produces 16. Where do we want to put our landfill? Maybe up here? Because I kind of want to get it away. But I don't necessarily want to just build all up in here, you know? I like that we have some, if I'll leave the view, you know, we have a little bit of like a woodsy area over here. I don't want to destroy that. All right. Do not anger the Ents. Good advice. Smell radius. Yeah, exactly. So, what are we going to do? Well, we do need a dump because people are going to start complaining that they don't have anywhere to put their garbage. So I think I'm just going to put it here. And it'll have to do. I kept this road open for these type of things. People want health care. So we need to find a place that can fit a healthcare clinic. I'm going to put it right here. Now you'll notice that that is perfectly aligned so that this road in the future can come through here without knocking this building down. And it's also not facing this road because, like, some roads don't have any doors that open into them, and they're not freeways. They're like but they're major arterial ways. Now, at this point, it's fine for our city to have businesses opening here. This road is overbuilt right now. But I do want to maintain room for this road to come through in the future, because these little dirt roads are 2 squares wide, but this road is 4 squares wide, and it'll like demolish things. And I don't want to do that. We also want a school. Now the school, this is an elementary school. It's not that big. The high school is much bigger. But I am going to put an elementary school right here. And you can see all the little happy faces are like, yay, we have a school, because they wanted those things. Now it did give me a boost of money. Oh, we're also already making a lot of income. But we built garbage services, we got a healthcare clinic, and we got a school. Now, this means that very soon, our demands will start to go up because we're offering more services. But we're going to look at taxes. I watched some tutorials. I know you can raise your taxes to 11% and nobody will ever complain. So I'm just going to raise these to 11. Nobody will ever complain about taxes of 11%. So I'm just going to raise those up. And yeah. I'm reserving some of this space for future development down here. As far as where we're going to develop next, I think I'm going to bring this road down and start to do something more interesting through here. Because as you can see, like, well, I don't have topography tools yet. I think that's unlocked at the next milestone. Let's check our milestones. So our next milestone is a worthy village. We need 900. It lets us make districts, apply policies, take a loan, make specialized districts. We get fire and police. We get forestry and agriculture. I don't get topography tools, though. Oh well. Maybe that's the next one. New roads. Canals, fences. Oh man, this unlocks a lot of them when you get to 1400. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. When it works, this little icon will light up. The little shovel. Landscaping reaches at 1400. Look, the easy way. Hover over it. Monuments 90,000. Well, we won't be getting there today. Okay, so we will unpause because we paused because of the upgrade. We increased the budget on electricity, so these people lacking electricity will. All right, now our demand is starting to really go up on both residential and commercial. So I'm going to continue Ridiculous Road for 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 5. No, let's go 4 blocks. All right. And then we will grab our small road and we will come to this one. And I'm going to cut that like that. And I'm going to reserve all this area right here for various city services, schools, parks, what have you, okay? Because it's kind of, because down here, we're going to make some more residential blocks. And then I want to look at the topography. Okay, this is good, but when we continue on here, I'm probably going to try to curve this road this way some, so that I can have blocks on this side. Anyway, I'm missing what anybody is saying just because I'm like riffing while I do this. All right, speed up. Waiting for my demands to go up. There's a little bit of residential demand and they have just about filled up all of this. So I will need to bring electricity down. Just realized. So we'll go to electricity, this, and for now I will just bring that to there. And then I can zone that for residential. And as soon as somebody builds a house here, they'll start to propagate the electric out. Okay, commercial demand. So I like to keep my commercial like as a buffer between industrial and residential. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a huge swath down this side of the road for commercial. And when people, and I guess I'll bring electricity over there like this. Cool. I hope you guys are having fun with this. There's 15 people here and you're all still here. I'm not paying attention to the chat, unfortunately. Oh, you know what? Water. Pause. Water. Didn't bring water down. Under the roads, where it belongs. Okay. What is your problem? Not enough workers. Okay, that's because residential demand is, that's why residential demand is so high. They want people to move in and become workers. Oh my gosh, this commercial zone just filled up immediately. That's crazy. I can't believe there was that much demand. Okay, well, we can get rid of this power line now because they're going to be connected right there. Take a swig of coffee. Okay, residential demand again, still really high. So, no, not you. Residential. There you go. Okay, so we're going to pause while we look at some, like, where is this, should this road go? So I think I want to curve it from here, kind of like that. So there is a freeform road tool, and let's grab this kind of road. Nope. That looks pretty good, right? Right? No. All right, so it needs to be at 90. Then pull it over. So if we do that, let's actually, I want to see it from above too. So that looks pretty good, and it's going to want to loop around and connect into this highway over here in the future. Now, this is $8,000 road. So I better make darn sure what I'm doing. I think I went too high up the hill. I think that's where I want it. That looks beautiful to me. All right, you know what? I'm letting perfect be the enemy of good enough. Bam. So, there's Ridiculous Road extension. Now I can grab cheap roads, and for now I am going to extend this road down at least 3 blocks and just, you know, connect these in like so. Oh, it doesn't like that. That's fine. I'm gonna have one dead end street. I don't like it actually. So let's bulldoze that, and we'll solve that problem by going this way. Is that not the right spot? That's close enough. You know what? It didn't have to be perfect. And we will zone some more residential in here. Now, I made an error, and I'm going to ruin some people's lives by bulldozing their houses, because I do not want residential facing Ridiculous Road. It's too noisy. They'll start to complain about the traffic, and I'm like, yeah, but you chose to build your house there. So instead, we are going to zone this for, I guess I need to dezone it first, and then I can zone it for commercial. All right, that's fine. You can have that back, and then fill in that area, this area. And again, I'm not wanting to develop towards the hill right now. But like, this is already an interesting shape. Yeah, there's rectangles, but like this, I built this early on. It made it interesting. We changed it up here. When we start taking the hill into account, it's getting more interesting to look at, if you ask me. Let's make sure we've got water. That one tiny rectangle in the center is fine. Those people have water. You will notice that my water availability is dropping. We've got enough residents that the demand on water is coming. Oh, and we're about to run out of electricity as well. So, you know what that means? Time to build another windmill. How much does a windmill cost? 80 a week versus 560? Yeah, so this is far more economical. So we build another windmill. We also have not taken a single loan yet, and we have the ability to take $80,000 in loans. So, yeah. Once you unlock more area, you will be able to connect that road with the bridge. Yeah, I know I will eventually be able to connect up all kinds of stuff. And I need more water. So, do we want to just build the costs? This one's cheaper. Yeah, we'll just build a second pumping station next to this one and connect it. So our water and electricity should be good now. Using 16, generating 16. Well, we just went up to 24. Unpause. Yeah, people's problems are going away. You still don't have enough workers, but we've got people moving in. What's our electricity coverage look like? It's fine. It's going to spread. Now we're just trying to get to 900. Yeah. I'm tempted to just go ahead and make that. Yeah, I will. All residential as well. Why do you not have water? Seriously? There is a little square there in the middle. I didn't see that. Okay, well, we can fix that. He happened to build the house in the one spot. So what is happening here? Okay, they're building into the hillside. I don't like that. So, sorry, you can't do that. And I'm going to dezone that. I do not want people building into the hillside like that. It looks ugly. Which means I need to build more blocks for them to live in. Which means I got to come down this way. So one of the things I can do is come off at an interesting angle over here. And come this way. So like, that did not go how I intended. I am trying to preserve this for future use, like the actual frontage of the river. And I'm trying not to get into this denser wooded area, but like it's unavoidable on some level. You've got to just build where you can. So I'm going to build a few blocks down here. And I don't want to hook this, I don't want too many intersections through here. There's quite a few up here, but you know, if you can put some distance between your intersections, that's kind of good. And you know what? Just to break it up and make it look visually interesting. No, that did not snap where I wanted it. I guess it did. Alright, that's fine. Okay. Electricity. You're gonna need power, so I'll just like somebody will build down here. Well, maybe they won't. I'll just put it in the part that's already electrified. Bring it down this way, and then we can start zoning this stuff closest to it as residential. Although our residential demand is quite low, our biggest demand right now is for more industrial. So let's build some industrial area. We are running short on money, but we do have the ability to take a loan. Alright, and I'll zone this for industrial. What is this? D-zone, okay. You have electricity, which you don't. Okay, there's our worthy village. We can buy another square now. I don't think we need to do that yet. I'm going to save our money. We can do districts, however, and we get forestry specialization and policies, but fire and police are the big ones here. They're going to want fire and police coverage. So, lost track of what it is. Oh yeah, I'm looking at water because I don't have water in this neighborhood. So I do want to bring water down here. Alright, so they've got water. How's the electricity looking? Oh, well, good thing I have this move it mod. I'll just move this. No, that did not work. So I will instead what if I can't. Okay. Well, I just messed up and built it too far away from the road. So what if I then just alright, it'll spread from there. You people are just gonna have to live with it. Alright, so we did get fire and police. So I kept these areas intentionally because I could put a fire station, and I don't have enough money for a police station. We're short 1,000. We're making 2,000 a week. We can just wait till the end of the week, or we can just go ahead and take a loan. I'm going to take this $20,000 loan. We pay it back at $21,000. It's not that big a deal. So, and it gets paid back out of our weekly, like we make weekly payments. It's not a big deal. And then we will build a police station next door. Now you'll notice I didn't build them facing this major road. I kind of want to keep traffic off of this as much as possible. But, you know, you can't keep, because I want people to be able to move through it. Alright, so we've provided fire and police protection. Gosh, our industrial demand really is actually quite high. Oh, we also got this. Districts and areas, and we got new industry. No, we did not. What did we get from that last one? Forestry specialization, agricultural. Oh, so you'll notice I have a bunch of different views. So like your electricity view, water view. Looks like we need another sewage treatment plant as well. God dang it. Alright, well, gotta do what you gotta do. So let's grab another sewage treatment plant. Inland water treatment facility. And I'll just plop it down next to here. Connect it with pipes. And it should be fine now. But then we've also got like garbage collection. So our garbage men can reach all of that. So that's fine. We have education. We have the capacity for 300 students. We have 176 students eligible. We don't have high school and university yet, but we will. Overall happiness. Residential is 46%, commercial is 78%, industrial is 88%. So yeah, our residents could use some more happiness, but we'll be able to do more about that in the not too distant future. What is this? Health. Our average health is 71%. Our heal capacity is 100. Okay, so that's fine. Nobody's sick. Don't have levels. That's the wind map. Traffic map. You can see like these intersections have a little bit of traffic, but everything else looks really green. Okay, good. What's this? Pollution. Oh, can you tell where our industrial district is? Noise pollution. So industry is noisy. This major road is noisy. Like even these people probably aren't thrilled about living this close to that road, but it is what it is. Our fire protection is not great. Our crime. So I just placed them, so it might take a second. Outside connections, I don't care about. Natural resources. So this is fertile land, this sort of yellowish color. This green color is forestry type land. And I did plop it down right here, but like I could make a little forestry industry back here and that might bring a lot of money to our town. There are other resources. There's oil and ore. I don't see any in our starting square or in the adjacent squares. So, and that's not the best fertile land. I mean, none of this is great. There's probably better squares. Oh, you know what? Look at that up there. That's oil. That's arable land. There's ore right there. Okay, well, still, I kind of want to. This area just looks nice enough, and it's a gentle slope and all that. I kind of want to put houses over here, and we already have industrial over here, so I'm going to build a forestry thing, which means I have to start by clicking on this: paint a district, paint industry specialization. So forestry industry, forest industry. I click it. I got you. I think I just have to draw a paint a district first. So brush size, there's a big brush, there's a small brush. I'm going to turn on resources for this. And I'm going to just paint all, oops. Yeah, that's fine. Nope. That is not what I intended. I'm gonna, and down this way. Alright, then I'll use a bigger brush to fill it all in. Well, maybe not that big yet. Yeah, alright. And now, it's called Holly District, but we're going to actually make it forestry. Okay. So, let's come out of this view. Let's click on Holly District. Now, we can rename this too, but it is a forestry specialization. Put your suggestions in the chat. Yeah, and yeah. Put your suggestions for what to name our forestry industry in the chat. So we can now go to industry. Wait a minute. Where is it? Industry. Why won't it let me reach a population of 1,400? Okay, well, we'll just keep going. What zoning do they want? So, and you guys need water. Always forgetting the water. Good job, Mayor. Also, soon we'll probably start upgrading roads, so I think we will start naming roads after people quite soon. Alright. They still need more commercial, still need more industrial. Industrial has plenty of room, commercial does not. So I will put some commercial right there. And then I think I'm just... Ridiculous Road is where you buy stuff, man. Yeah. Actually, I'm not going to zone those so that when I take these power poles away, I might get some better squares there. Alright, unpause. Top speed. Our global happiness is pretty positive. You'll notice our residential happiness jumped up to 61. It's dropping again, but... Alright, electricity problems. Again, this is going to be an ongoing thing. Because... Alright, I'm going to build 2. Is there a gaming shop to buy dice in? There probably is somewhere. Okay, so now is there... I know there is. There is a land value. There it is. I don't get that yet. I can't look at my land value yet. How's our... It's only 3% full, our landfill site. And you can get a recycling center and like an incinerator later. Okay, let's see. Oh man, a lot of suggestions. Let the slaughter of the Ints begin, right? Leafland, Isengard Industries, Isengard Inc. Name it after Helen. Oh, that's a good idea. Lothlorien Industries, trees are toothpicks too. The Weirwoods, Green Downs. I kind of like the idea of naming it after Helen. That's hilarious. All right, we're going to name it after Helen. This is going to be the, like, I hate, well, no, we're just going to call it Helen's Int Murder District. There you go. It's Helen's Int Murder District. Very good. On we go. I like it. It's a charming little town, you know. Put the bowling alley right in the pub. Let's cut out the middleman. Yep. Who suggested naming it after Helen? Because I thought that was hilarious. I'm looking now. Oh, Leaf, of course. Still want more commercial zoning. They're filling it up as fast as I can throw it down. Okay, so we'll just... People down here want to buy stuff too. But you'll notice I'm only letting them like develop along certain paths, you know. We're almost to 1400 already. Like any second now. There we go. Tiny town. Now, this I think is where the real fun begins in this game. We get park areas. We can do our specific industry. We could also do landscaping and terraforming. Lots of stuff. So, let's pause. We got a little shot of cash. There is some residential demand, so I'll just drop down some residential potential. Now, it looks like, okay, land value. You can see where our land value is highest. Land value, just straight up land value. So like here, is our highest land value is through this residential area, and we're going to drive that land value up as well by building a nice park here. But first, let's just check to make sure we don't have any. So there's no industry, nothing for healthcare. A fire department, we probably could use another fire department. Our police coverage is fine. We can now build a high school and a public library. So high school is bigger than I thought. Do I want it to set that far back off the road, or do I want to put it here? This is a pretty good spot. I don't like how it's cutting off the road there, and if I put it here, that's fine. It's only going to destroy that one thing. So we are going to build a high school. We are going to rename the high school and the elementary school, and I'm also going to upgrade these roads and build a park over here. So let's upgrade some roads. We have a few different options now. This just 2-lane road with parking spaces, supports low traffic. This is residential, it doesn't need much. Right now it's still just like basically a dirt road. This is the small industry road. It's cheaper but noisier, but in industry areas that doesn't matter. So when we do upgrade this later, that's probably what we use. But for right now, we're going to upgrade our neighborhoods to have better roads. And this is going to improve the land value, which will improve the tax rate. And we have 6 roads to name all of a sudden. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roads to name. Start throwing out your recommendations for road names. I named Ridiculous Road in honor of Sean on my own, but like, you guys can just pick what you want. Start throwing out suggestions. I'm just going to put road names in the chat so I can scroll up to that when I start looking. You can also suggest names for the school, except I kind of already have one in mind for this school. This is just called high school, but we're going to change it to, this is Dragon High. Like how a lot of towns just name the high school after, you know, the town. So that's Dragon High. Okay, so we can work on our industry area and we can also work on our park area. And I think I want to work on a park area. So that's what I saved all this for. This whole area here, it's got a little bit of commercial, but it's got, you know, people all around it. We're also going to have like residential areas coming up here. So I want to have a nice park. Enemy Spy Boulevard. All right. Abbey Road. Ooh, good choice. So Enemy Spy. That's Psy. Enemy Spy Boulevard. Abbey Road. You should try to build a town at some stage called Fountainhead with no government services or taxes. Okay. Now, I've got a special idea. So, like, you can name just Laura Lane. That's okay. I see Avenue Q. That's a good one. Avenue Q. Somebody said Laura Lane, so there it goes. Oh, oops. There it goes. So we've got Avenue Q, Laura Lane, Abbey Road, Enemy Spy Boulevard, and then the north-south ones we'll get to in a minute. I really want to wait to name a road after Potter when I build a bridge across so that he can have a bridge to live under. Ooh, Lois Lane. That's a good one. I'm sorry. Too good to pass up. Lois Lane. Or Lewis Lane, but I'm going to take it as Lois Lane because that's better. And apparently Enemy Spy Boulevard wraps around. Is there some way that I can... Why is this Enemy Spy Boulevard? And what is... That's still Enemy Spy Boulevard. Weird. Okay. Well, you wrap all the way around. Lois Lane, Aaron End. This. Oh, okay. You know what? I can because it's trying to put it all the way. No. Why? Why are you doing this? I want you to go from there to there. Why can I not move it? What if I bulldoze it and rebuild it? What did it name it now? Now it's Gramway. Okay, cool. And then we will... Actually, I'm going to double check now that it did what I want. Let's check it. Okay, so there it is. There's Enemy Spy Boulevard. It starts at the dump and ends over here. Kind of appropriate, don't you think? I mean that in the nicest way possible. Which admittedly is not very nice. Oh, it's still an upgrade. Okay. So what is this street? Is this... So this is White Street. Give me... Okay, Aaron End. And that's going to wrap all the way around. Now, can I back this over to here? I can. Okay. Because this needs to be something else. All right. Good deal. What are our demands right now? Not much of anything. A little bit of demand for commercial. So I'll just, they haven't even used what I've given them. Can I? What's my electricity look like? Okay, yeah, I can bulldoze this. And then I can zone this stuff in. So I will go blue, blue, make that as well. And then this as well. Okay, cool. Now, I'm going to look at the topography. Terrain heights. So you see these lines, and you can see here at the corner of the way this road is going, like it's doing some weird stuff. So what I actually want to do is just start, I want to freeform build some roads. So we will grab our cheap road, turn the terrain heights back on, and I think what I'm going to do, ooh, this is a good place to build a road over. So I am going to freeform road. That did not work like I intended. Nope. Okay, so nope. Bulldoze. Ah, geez, I'm having trouble. Sorry, y'all. I'm not very good at this yet. I need to bulldoze that no, and that was my electricity. So I need to reconnect my electric. And then I need to go back to roads. You see how it's creating this gradient here? I'm going to smooth that out. But, like, the best way to keep it as smooth as possible is to follow the topography lines. So I think that's good for now. I'm going to build another one right through here. No. Okay. So let's have a look at what that looks like. It's not too bad. And again, I have terrain tools that can help me smooth that out like this. So shift terrain, I can just move it up or down. Level terrain, I can flatten it out. Soften terrain is what I'm looking for. Slope terrain is a unique tool. I'll get into more how that works in a second. Right now, we're just going to grab the biggest possible brush with the soften tool, and we're going to. Is it working? Oh, its strength is really low, so I'm going to increase the. Maybe I just need to turn it all the way up. Why are you not softening? Oops. There we go. No, I want this height. I am doing something wrong. There we go. No, there we don't go. And I cannot undo that. So this soften terrain tool is working this way. I'm just going to try to undo this huge. Error I made. Okay. I think that looks good enough. I don't understand why I'm having so much trouble smoothing this out though. Again, I'm not very good at this yet. It maybe just isn't like enough for it to want to. Alright, so I'm going to level terrain now. And just follow along this road and sort of build out just a little bit. Oh, I ran out of money. That's what happened there. Okay, well, shall we take another loan? Or no, you know what? We'll just let time run. But you can see where I'm trying to go with this. Like, I want to build a neighborhood up here that is a little more interesting. I think I've more or less fixed it. Now I do want to do the. We'll build a park area in just a second. I do want to level this terrain though again. And I'm just going to push it down this way for the purpose of people being able to build over here, you know? Still haven't figured out how I'm going to make this connection yet, because this is a pretty steep slope, but I might run a road up there but not zone that road. Alright, I lost track of... Bagshot Row is a good one. I'm going to hang on to that one for future use. Alright, now I want to build a park, okay? And we will get to Helen's Murder District in a moment. We do not have nearly enough money to build a park, so we're going to take out another loan. We're going to pay this back at a cost of $253.85 a week, because it's a 50-year loan. That's fine, so we'll take that loan. Doesn't matter. We'll go into our district. We will paint a park area. I will use the smallest brush possible. And I'm going to make this whole area a park. Yep. Oops. Dang, I'm being clumsy tonight. Don't paint while panning. Don't move the camera. Okay, and this park is going to be called Underhill Park. All right. Now, Underhill Park is going to be awesome. As awesome as I can make it anyway. So we have a park area designated, parks and plazas. I can build a park main gate. I forget which tab it's under. City Park. Okay, so here we can build a main gate. We can also build a small main gate. I think I'm going to build a main gate, and we're going to put it next door. It's 5,000. How much is the small one? 2,500. We'll build the big one. I like it. So we're going to build it on the corner, but it's right next to the elementary school. All right. And now we get these little like paths and fences. So I do want to fence the park in. Okay, I cannot fence that way. You know what? It's fine. Alright. I can't do fencing, apparently. Oh, you know what? I bet I can if I turn snapping off. Which is, what, this? Toggle snapping. We'll turn it all off. Can't build it across the road. Nope. More like that? Yes. Okay. That's good enough. And then we will come up here and connect back to the school. Oh no, I need the straight line tool. Okay, so all the stuff outside the school, I'm going to cordon off this area. Too close to the road. Step it back a little bit. We're going to make a... Nope. How does that look? Yeah, good enough. Let's turn the snapping back on so I can snap it into itself. No, I guess I can't snap it into itself, but I can do that. Straight line tool, idiot. Oh, that's the problem. I didn't have straight line tool. And then we are going to do the same over here. Come from here, down to here, up to here, curve, basically like so. No. Up to here. No, I want straight. Up to here. Up to there. Just fine. Okay, so City Park, right? These parts are completely separate. Busy. Hang on a second, y'all. I prepared something just for such an occasion. So, hang on 1 second. Yeah. Okay, back already. That was rather painless. Okay, so we can make side entrances for the park, and I think I should have done that first. So that's what I'm going to do now. It means I might have to bulldoze certain of these fences. I'm going to turn my snapping back on for everything. We will go. So here's the park side gate. Oh, it will automatically work. So I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put one. I built that fence too close to the road. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to bulldoze this fence, place my park gate where I want it, right there, and then I will build fence again. From here to gate, from gate to there. I don't like the way that path is going, so I'm actually going to bulldoze this again, and this, and I'm going to, no, I need to turn off all selection, click U, relocate building, and we're going to put it there. Now it's not connecting that weird way. Okay, cool. Now let's try building our fence again. Go from here to there, and from there to there. All right, so there is our park. We've got an entrance here, an entrance here, and an entrance here. We're gonna I'm not sure how to build a bridge, but I'm going to figure it out because an elevated walkway is something important for what I'm trying to do. No, not decoration. I need to figure out how to build an elevated walkway. Because I want to build footpath that goes over here. I really should have figured that out before I did this. I really should have. Well, we've got entrances to each of them. So for now, I'll get to that. So I got two different paths I can build. I can build a path like this, which has, as you can see, like a couple of benches, a light, a trash can, or I can build this kind, which has trees, a couple benches, and a light. So what do y'all think? I'm really rather partial to having trees in my park, but I'm also thinking I might build all that by hand, you know? Like I might place the trees myself. Can't quite squeeze that in there. So I'm going to back that off to there. Can I turn off the snapping? Because that's really hurting me right now. Because I want it to go there. And like so. And like so. I kind of like that. And maybe we can get the bridge to come out and over here. This one I'm going to do something similar. Nope, I don't like it hooking through like that. So, try again. Really? Gotta stay at least one full block away, I guess. One full square. This is not as easy as it looks, y'all. Yep. So who's laughing at me right now? Anyone? Anyone laughing at me? Because you should be. Okay, that's a nice little circle. And over here we've got plenty of room for a rather long. And then I'm gonna, in order to make it ever so slightly different, we will have some, this will be some straighter pieces. Okay, and that'll allow us to do a couple of different things. Okay, and I do want to figure out how to get a pathway to go up and over this. Like one where you can go up and over and connect in here, and then up and over and connect in over here. I hope, hopefully. Monorail would be awesome. Okay, but let's look at some of our other park assets, okay? We've got a lot of different ones. So we've got the main gate, the side gates. We've got this park plaza. But like for our Underhill Park, oh, you'll also notice it says 1 star. As it So our entertainment value is 111 out of 220, and nobody has visited our park. But if we provide reasons for them to come to the park, they will come. And the more reasons we provide, the, better it can be. Now, I built these kind of square areas over here so that I could fit some of these buildings like this. So here is a park cafe and some park restrooms. The info booth is kind of big. We'll put that there. Okay, restrooms can fit over here. And yeah. Okay, so now we can put like, oh, one thing I do want to put, we've got our high school. Our high school needs to have a basketball court and a tennis court. It just needs it. Plazas, pre-made parks, props. This is what I want. I want a pavilion. We're going to place a pavilion in the middle of this circle. maybe off to the side right here. I think that's a good spot. And I'm going to put one over here as well. But this one is going inside the ring. Where is that stairway thing? There it is. Bam! Cool. So just as a curiosity, what's our decoration level? Still 111, huh? Need more decoration. How about a small fountain? That's too small. A fast food stand. Yeah, okay, so we'll have a little fast food joint here, and we'll have one over here. You get your tacos. Oh, it says grill on it. Okay, you can get your grilled something. It's kiosk. Playground equipment. Kids love playground equipment. So we'll put some playground equipment back here. Alright, a little place for the kiddies to come play. And we'll put some tables over here. We'll put some of these tables over here in this little picnic area. And that's different. That's like they got the cafe and the restrooms and all that. Okay. Okay. Now I need trees. Where's my trees at? Is it under props? Park maintenance, props. It's not under props. Nope. Nature reserve? No, actually it's under terraforming and under landscaping. Yeah, there it is. Trees. So, that's a rather large tree. We don't need a tree that big. That is a huge tree. Huge. I mean, too small. Way too big. We're going to use that for something though. Look at the size of that thing. Okay, this is a good sized tree to like put in between the tables. Provide a little bit of shade, a little bit of privacy for each table. I'm going to put a couple of these over here too. How big is this tree? It's different in color too, so I like that. I'll put one right here and right there. A couple behind this gazebo. I think that's a huge pine tree. I like this dark green one. I'll throw down a few of these just to make it nice and pretty. What else we got? Ooh, a flowering tree. I like these. So we'll just put a few of these at the beginning of the path. Ooh, I like this too. Alright. I really like that. I really like that combination of colors too. So I'm going to terminate that there. Put one more of these. and leaving some, it's kind of feels like kind of a gap. I'm going to use this move it mod to just move that down. I'm going to move that there. Okay. So, already you can see it looks a lot prettier, and it still says 111 entertainment value. Entertainment value. Okay. There's not enough entertainment, or does it need time to update? Oh yeah, there it goes. 267. Okay, you can also see that we're charging $10 to come to the park. I'm going to turn that all the way down. This park is free. We're going to throw some trees around the edge of this just to make it look a little nicer, and probably put some props in here as well. What other kind of trees do we have? We've got, ooh, these bright pink ones. And imagine driving by this street and just seeing these beautiful pink trees. I love it. I'm actually going to keep them going all the way around this one piece. I hope you don't feel like that's boring, but like, I like it. I think it's very pretty. I think it's something that a real park might do, might like get a bunch of the same kind of flowering tree and just line the edge to give a little separation from the road itself, you know. When you're at the park, you don't want to see the road necessarily. I think that's good. Now, you know what? Now we'll use one of these big giant trees. Which one was the huge one? This one? No. This one? No. This one? We'll click on huge trees. This guy? No. Okay, you know what? I think that's this part over here still needs some work, and you know that could be better. But bear in mind, I'm not good at this yet. Okay, I just noticed our residential demand is insane, and we have electric problems. Okay, so we need to build some more stuff. All right, we're going to start by building some more wind turbines. I'm just trying to get them as close, you know, maximum use of space as possible. And I'm going to literally just go ahead and double up on them. And that should solve our electricity problem for a while. No. Noise pollution. Okay, that's not too bad. I can still build along these roads. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do now, is figure out how to put residential up through here. And I think then we'll call it a night after that. It's been pretty fun, pretty successful. So landscaping tools, level terrain, soften terrain, slope terrain. So I want to slope to that elevation right there. So I right click, and then if I hold and push going this way, it creates a nice smooth gradient all the way up. Now I can bring this road up and it's not going to look ridiculous. I mean, it's going to be an incline for sure, but it's not going to look stupid. You know what I mean? So let's grab some road. And just, do we not have, all right, let's turn on all of our, yeah. No, I want straight lines. Okay, there's my problem. All right, cool. Bam. All right, well, we can at least now access this road, and you can see I probably need to level the terrain a little bit more. So if I go to level terrain, right click this level here, and then I can run my brush down this side of the road so that people can build on both sides of the road. All right, very good. If I look at my zoning squares, yeah, see, so I've got it 4 squares back, pretty much all the way. I can soften this up a little bit. That could be brought out a little bit, so I'll do that. I will level that out, and then I will soften this ever so slightly. I think that looks good. Now, this is, I think I should build a connection here as well. So let's go with the sloping tool, shift terrain, level terrain, soften, slope. Okay, so I want to grab it this level right here, and then I will start here and I will build a no, I need to do it like so. That seems pretty steep to me. That's better. So let's run a road up that way. No, not a path, a road. Ooh, look at all these paths I didn't realize I had. And walls and fences and more trees and rocks. Cool. Water structures. Okay, we'll mess with that later. Right now I'm just building roads, getting connected so I can... So that's a fairly steep road, but it's not crazy. And down here, it's not too bad either. Okay, so we've got this whole area hooked in, and you can see where we're going to have to figure out what to do in here. But for now, we're going to zone residential over here. And I'm going to, no, not there, but along this side of the park, yes, all of that can be residential. And that should meet our residential demand. We have some commercial demand as well. I don't mind making that. Oh, wow. Yeah, there really was bad problem with power. I'm going to let it run again so all that gets handled. And need to figure out what I want to do about this commercial demand, because that's a lot of commercial demand. And I also feel like one major road running through town eventually will not be enough. Oh, well, I'm going to need to run water up here too. Ah, geez, it's what. All right, you know what? I need to turn off snapping, so it'll stop like trying to jump to a square. All right, so our water availability and our sewer treatment are both extremely low. Our electricity is plenty high, so that tells me I also need to build another water pumping station. And I also need to build another inland water treatment plant, and I left room for it right there. And then I need to connect those in with pipes. So you will connect from there to there is fine. And you will connect from there to there is fine. All right. Okay. We never did get back to our Helen's Ent Murder District. I was excited to build a park. But just looking at it, there it is. So basically from this road to where the trees stop, should figure out what we're going to do with that. So I'm going to turn the speed down to the slowest setting, and I need to turn snapping back on for this. And how does that look? Hey, pretty good guess. All right, back to roads, dirt road. We're just going to run you all the way up here. There's a rock there. I'm going to use the move it mod to just scoot it over. Don't want to destroy the rock. I'm going to do the same with this one, because I'm going to bring this road from here say 90? I can't read it. Yep. Okay. So, I don't know if this is the right size or what, but let's go back to industry. Let's go to our forestry. We don't have a forestry industry building. Main building. Buildings. Forestry main buildings. It's an unassigned to the forestry type. Okay, I need to unassign the forestry type from this. Is that what you're telling me? Because it's already... Okay. Let's... It's under here. Industry specializations. Generic. There it goes. Okay, so let's try that again. Industry, forestry. Why can I not build this? Oh, well, no. It cost 20,000, but like it should be showing me something like that. But it's like still grayed out. Forestry fence, storage, processing, extractor. I don't know. Anyway, we're just gonna let it run for a little while, because our money is low, as well as we need our population to grow. Our next milestone is at 2,400, which we're almost to. Yeah. So I think, oh, this already all completely filled up. Let's zone some more commercial too. All the way down this road. That's as far as I'm going to take it though. And there's still huge, like I want to do forestry industry, but I cannot figure out why is that locked. What if I tried to turn you back into a forestry industry? All right. Now will you do it? No. Paint industry area. I did that already. That's park. That's just a district. Oh, oh. I didn't paint it for industry because I'm an idiot. No. All right, now let's shrink that down and erase this part here. Basically from that road onward. Okay, so now we should have it. Hey, and we don't have enough money. 20,000. Let's get to 20,000. Let's get to 2,400 population, which will be like basically now. Okay, there you go. We're going to plop down our main building, which I'm going to put right here is fine, except I want to move that rock first. And then I will put down this main building right here. Okay. So when we reached this milestone, we unlocked the ability to buy yet another square. We've got new transportation services like bus lines and whatnot, postal service, buses, walking tours, ferries, tours or specialization industry, recycling centers, new roads, roundabouts, the advanced wind turbine, which we will probably start investing in soon, toll booths, cemeteries, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, when we come back to Dragon Hills, we'll pick up from there. We'll probably start by, why does this say Elizabeth Woods? Okay, you know what? We can, this is going to be Helen's Int Murder District. And I will all right. I've got to figure out how to get rid of. Okay. Generic or. Okay. Well, I'm not sure how to do that, because erase industry is wanting to erase this whole thing. Anyway, can set our policies. It's going to won't let me erase it completely. What if I just call it period? Yep. Haha! Fooled you. It is right there though. But Helen's Int Murder District is officially online, and we will start putting trees in. Where's Kate's library? Good point. A library is $22,000. That is expensive. But my people are totally worth it. I want to put it, I think, near the high school. And it'll fit in this block right here pretty well, perfectly. So there's our public library. We'll call it the... Man, help me out here. Kate. Can't believe he still hasn't built my library. It's going to be the last thing we do. Sorry. But we're just going to call this Kate's bookshelf. Bam. Kate's bookshelf. Now, I really don't like what it's done with the topography back here, so what I am going to do is I am going to smooth this out just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to start by not doing that, by relocating over a couple of squares. That's where it was. I'm going to move it over 2 squares, and then I can soften terrain, right? Or I can, let's do slope. Slope from there, go this way. No, I want that elevation. There we go. That elevation. And now what happens if we soften terrain? That's good enough. I mean, you know, there's some verticality here. I chose this map because it had some verticality, you know? It makes it more interesting. All right, y'all. Well, that's episode 1 of Dragon Hills. I can unlock some areas. We're kind of building in this direction, but I kind of want to have a bridge over here eventually. Oh, you know what we should do? We should turn on the day-night cycle. Use dynamic other. Use the day-night cycle. I wish there was some way you could just set the time. Rather than just waiting for it to like go through the cycle. I want to see my city at night. Well, I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out between now and next week. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming. Next week we're going to upgrade a lot more roads. And oh, I don't think I saved that. So this is Dragon High. Right? Yeah, Dragon High. But what should our mascot be? We'll put that in parentheses. I'm telling you, it's not the dragons. It's the owlbears. The Dragon High School owlbears. Catty corner to Kate's bookshelf. All right. Ooh, this was fun for me, and looks like all y'all had a good time listening to me ramble on. The hot dogs. Oh man, that's really good. That's really good. Is it? Oh man, Sean, mwah, perfect. We'll upgrade a lot of streets through here next week, and we'll work on our forest industry and try to see to some of this demand because there's still more demand for commercial, and I have no idea where I'm going to build up commercial. Maybe here, I'll just plop it in right now, just so it's there. Industry has some demand, but as we build out our forestry, uh, Helen's Int Murder District, it will, you know, it will be all right. Yeah. So thanks for chilling, everyone. This was fun. I hope you all had a good time, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Until then, peace, be excellent to each other. Different channel, but like it's still got to be on brand, right? All right. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Same game, same time. And until then, yeah, have fun. Bye.